Nagbabalik ang PTV Sports.
Sa ating sports banter ay makakakwentuhan natin si Mr. Eddie Torres, of course the former president of Powerlifting Association of the Philippines. Good morning, Sir Eddie.
Hi, sir. Ayun.
Good morning sa lahat.
Magandang
Morning.
umaga po, sir. Sir, mainit-init nga itong powerlifting, pero unang katanungan ko po sa inyo, can you explain when the powerlifting championships were established and the reason behind its creation?
Yeah, the Powerlifting Association of the Philippines, o i-shortcut na natin yung PAP, no, was established in 1982. So more than 40 years ago na rin ito. And yung mga tumutulong sa pag-grow niyan, si former President Fidel Ramos din, nagsuporta dyan. So in the early 1990s, nakapasok na rin sa recognition ng Philippine Sports Commission. So from there talaga, malaki ang linaki ng sport.
Since your time, Sir Eddie, how big has powerlifting become in the country?
Alright, dati noong mga 1980s, ang sumasali dyan siguro 20 people, 30 people at most. Ngayon, we have several hundreds that are joining already. Even sa mga regional competitions, we started yung Mindanao Championships mga 20 years ago. Sumasali mga 5, 8, katitig lang. It has grown na more than tenfold ngayon. And yung Visayas Championships naman, we started in 1998. Mga 30 people sumasali dyan. Ganoon din halos na 200 na rin sumasali. So if you look at the growth, it's been very good. Mabagal lang ang growth sa umpisa. Pero the past 10 years, talaga nag-accelerate na.
Alright, Sir Eddie. And of course, knowing po na kayo po ang record holder up until now, and with all your achievements po, Sir Eddie, ano ba yung meaning ng powerlifting po para sa inyo?
Well, ano yan since I was in college, medyo matagal na yun, no? When I got into the sport, syempre lahat naman nag-uumpisa, mahina, maraming tatalo sa'yo. And considering konti lang ang sumasali dati, tapos may tumatalo pa sa'yo, it's just not like, hindi man pwedeng pakumpisa mo, magaling ka kaagad. But later on, everyone can grow into the sport. And in my case, I was privileged to be part of the national team for about 2 decades. Marami na ang nakuha kong biyaya sa sport. And from here, parang gusto ko lang maibalik sa mga bata ngayon.
Yes po nga, Sir Eddie, nabanggit nyo nga po, no, na-college pa po, so talagang matagal na rin. And ngayon nga, 2024 na, of course, maraming mga kabataan and mga magagaling din ngayon sa powerlifting. And sino po ba yung mga powerlifters na dapat din abangan ng tao? And what extent po yung potential na nakikita po natin sa kanila?
Alright, now, well, we just came back from the World Championships in Iceland mga 2 weeks ago. So yung mga bata, yung mga teenager dati na we're trying to develop, nagwagi doon sa World Championships. Number 1 dyan si Reggie Ramirez from Ormoc. During his junior years, and meron pa yung sub-junior years para mga teens, hindi pa siya although nakapag-Asian records siya doon, ngayon lang siya nakakuha ng world record nung ngayon mga 30 years old na siya. Kasi ang peak ng powerlifter can be in your 40s. So ngayon, kahit hindi siya nakakuha ng mga world junior records dati, 2 weeks ago nakapag-world open record siya. So gold medal sa world record, and of course, Asian record din yan. Something he could not achieve at a younger age. Then second natin, another medalist sa World Championships, si Veronica Umpon. She's from Tacloban. Bali nung junior years niya, yung teen years as sub-juniors, hindi siya makapag-world champion. Although nakakasungkit ng medals sa mga ibang events.
Yes.
Pagtanda niya, pagpasok niya sa mga junior years niya, abay, nag-world champion 2 beses pa. So, you don't have to start off na magaling ka agad, champion ka agad. Pero if you work on it, talagang aakyat ka. Si Veronica, last year was her last year in the juniors. Ngayon, nasa open category lang siya. So, ang first sabak niya sa World Championships, naka-silver medal pa siya in the open category. And I would say she is the youngest ever Filipino, male or female, to win a medal at the World Open Championships. So, we start them young and papahinugin natin sila when they get older.
Grabe, Sir Eddie. Ang dami nga nating mga pambato talaga sa national team. Yan, si Veronica Umpod, and yung nabanggit nyo nga din po, no? Pero, Sir, nung nakaraan lang po, no, kakatapos lang din ng Mindanao leg, if I'm not mistaken po. Kamusta po yung turnout?
Ayun, yung Mindanao leg, ginawa sa General Santos City. It's been growing fast the past few years. Doon nga nag-umpisa, mga 8 lifters ang dati. And then last year, malaki ang jump. More than double the number of participants. And then this year, just last weekend, umakyat ng another 50%. So, syempre, mas nakakapagod for the officials, but we enjoy it kasi nakikita namin yung growth. And it's not just the quantity, no, pati yung quality ng mga powerlifters sa Mindanao. Ang laki ng tinaasa. Actually, nagulat ako sa performance nila last weekend. May mga, for the first time, mga nagbubuhat ng 300 kilos na never nagawa dati sa Mindanao. And 2 of them actually lifted 300 kilos.
Opo, Sir Eddie, para po maklaro din ng publiko, ano ba yung pagkakaiba, Sir, ng powerlifting sa weightlifting naman?
But ang weightlifting, mga overhead lifts. So nakikita niyo yung kila Hidelin, di ba? Yung first event niya, yung snatch, where you lift it from the floor directly overhead in one motion ng bar. Sa clean and jerk naman, 2 motions. Ibubuhat mo, lagay mo muna sa clavicle mo, and then saka iangat overhead. So yun ang weightlifting. Ang powerlifting naman, powerlifting movements are actually the training exercises also for weightlifting. So ang unang event dyan, yung squat. Siguro yung nakikita sa video, unahin ko yan. Yung deadlift yan, parang partial weightlifting movement. But since partial lang siya, you can lift a lot heavier, no? Usually more than double what you can lift sa snatch. Ito namang event, you can see now the bench press. Yan naman ang upper body strength, no? Yan siguro medyo nalalayo sa weightlifting, where you bring the bar down to your chest, na nakahiga sa bench. And then you press the weight up while lying on the bench. Kaya ito tinawag ng bench press. Yung squat naman, what you just saw is having the bar behind you, no? Yung sa traps more slightly below, instead of sa front like in the clean and jerk. So you just squat deep enough to the legal depth, tapos itataas mo. So, movements in powerlifting can be a lot slower than weightlifting. Kasi ang weightlifting, hindi mo pwedeng gawing slow motion. Kasi may momentum kang ilalagay sa bar. Sa powerlifting, you can struggle to bring it up and be successful in that. That's why the weights lifted sa powerlifting are a lot more than weightlifting. It's not easier or harder. It's just a different way of lifting. But technique-wise, powerlifting is a lot easier, mas simple na movements.
Sir Eddie, you were coined as the strongest man, diba, in the Philippines during your time. You were in the national team for 2 decades. Pero marami ring magtataka or magtatanong, paano ba kayo nagsimula sa powerlifting? And how are you able na makuha itong title na strongest man in the Philippines?
But yung strongest man title, ano lang naman yan, yung highest powerlifting total of the 3 events. The squat, the bench press, and the deadlift combined. So yeah, at that time, I had the highest total. Although marami nang malapit na makabreak doon. But now kasi there are two formats of powerlifting. Dati kasi ang powerlifting may mga knee wraps, may mga bench shirts, nakakatulong sa buhat. So depende sa tao, iba-iba yung tulong ng mga ganyan mga equipment. Now there is a new, not new, 2011 nag-start, they call it the raw powerlifting, walang mga knee wraps and bench shirts. They lift less. So yung strongest man title becomes a bit different now kasi dati pantay-pantay where you can wear certain equipment. Ngayon there are two formats of powerlifting. So yung sa format ng may mga equipment, my record hasn't been exceeded, but hindi mo na pwedeng sabing strongest man ngayon because some of those lifting, although lower weights sa raw powerlifting, have the potential to lift naman over what I did before. So, that took a long time to do before. Gumpisa tayo first in college ako, tinuturuan ako ng kuya ko, si Patrick, no? And then, nung early 90s, ang nag-coach naman sa akin, si Ramon de Buque, who was also in the national team for a long time. And, after a few years, I got into self-learning also and using my experience that I was able to eventually parang self-coach na and pass on the knowledge also to some younger lifters who made the team later on.
Sir Eddie, malaking factor ba ang edad? Kumbaga kung isang atleta nagsimula ng maaga or isang atleta, kung sabihin na nating late bloomer, meron ba yung effect or factor on the strength of an athlete?
Yeah, meron tayong samples of those who started very late and very young. Siguro sa nag-start very late na nag-achieve ang alat, napunta sa world level, si Anita Koita, believe it or not, she started powerlifting when she was around 48 years old. For some people, they think 48 years old, kung ano yung mga isip ng mga bata. But she became very strong and qualified for the international open category. Hindi lang masters, but the open category. And eventually, nakakuha pa nga siya ng mga world records sa masters. So, never too late. Of course, better if you start young. So, we have some powerlifters who started even below 10 years old. Si Raymond de Buque started when he was about 7 years old. And later on, went on to win a gold medal sa World Championships and he reaches legal competition years and nakapag-Asian record pa. So, yun ang extreme natin. May 7 years old, may 48 years old. It's never too late. Just get started and just try to be as good as you can. Now, for those who started very young, matagal lang, you can keep getting stronger and stronger even up to your 40s. Most of the people I know, unless they decide to retire early, nagpipeak sa 40s pa nila. So, sino na Reggie Ramirez na 31 years old, si Veronica Ompod na 24 years old, they have 1 or 2 decades pa to keep getting better. So if they're winning medals now sa Worlds, I expect they will win a lot more for the next 10, 20 years. Pero syempre, may darating pa dyan mga bata rin na mga Pilipino na lalakas din. Madadagdagan sila.
Last, Sir Eddie, if you have any upcoming events or if may mensahe kayo sa ating mga promising athletes or those who want to try or do powerlifting, this is your chance to invite and give a message.
Well, one of the latest new things for our NSA, yung powerlifting will be in the NCAA Centennial Season Sports Festival. So hindi pa ito regular sport, but it's getting people very excited. Then we will also have the National Bench Press Competitions Championships in December, National Inter-School Championships sometime in January, and then we will have the National Open and Age Group Championships in February. So marami tayong mga events na pwedeng salinan. Meron din tayong categories for novice, so yung mga first-timers. pwede kayong sumali, kalaban nyo rin, mga first-timers din. Then as you develop, you can start being competitive in the other categories.
Maraming salamat, Sir Eddie Torres, for your time. And ang aga natin ngayong umaga, pero pinaunlakan niyo po kami.
Thank you, Sir Eddie.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.